Delighted to be joined by Scotland international and Queen's Park Rangers forward Lyndon Dykes. Many Scottish football fans will know Lyndon from his time playing at Queen of the South and Livingston. He's also made an impact in the national team, but he's now down in the English Championship for a rejuvenated QPR who have started 2021 in positive fashion. Lyndon, first of all, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. You?
Yeah, not bad at all. And as I say, I really appreciate you taking the time. And the first question I've got for you about your time at QPR so far is it's your first experience of English football. It's a big move. We hear a lot there's a difference between the style in Scotland and the style in England. How have you adapted on and off the pitch? Because it is a massive move.
Yeah, obviously it was really daunting at first coming down here, and a lot of work in the background, just settling with houses and schools with the families and stuff like that. But settling in with the club, I came in straight away and I felt really good. I felt all the players, the boys, they welcomed me in, and the manager's been really great. So on that part, I've been really enjoying it. Obviously, it is a lot different. Football wise, you play a lot more games, pretty much midweek game every week, and it is hard on the body. But I'm enjoying every moment, and I'm a player that I'm always trying to learn, and I'm always trying to get better. So yeah, I'm new to it, but I'm enjoying it, and I know that I'll kick on and hopefully keep improving.
Your manager, Mark Warburton, has experience of Scottish football. He was the Rangers manager for a number of years. How crucial has he been for you in terms of settling in and helping keep your feet in the ground when you know football can go really well or you can maybe have a few sticky games? How crucial has he been for you to just level that out?
Yeah, he's been really good. Obviously, he brought me in here, and he showed me belief and confidence for playing me, and he's easy to talk to as well. So yeah, he's been really good to me, and I'm enjoying being with him as well. I think he's a great manager, and like you said, he done well up in Scotland, and now he's down here doing well now. So yeah, I can take a lot of information in from him, and yeah, he's really good for myself to progress as a footballer.
A lot of people talk about yourself and the impact you made at Queen of the South and then Livingston, but what was your football upbringing like in Australia? Because you played there for a number of years before making the move to Scotland.
Yeah, I mean, I played a lot of sports growing up, and I played rugby league a lot. But when I played football in Australia, I mean, I love playing it, but it was more as a hobby with my friends, and I had a full time job, and um, yeah, it was nothing too serious, to be honest. A lot of people were telling me this is something that I should be taking a lot serious, and this is something that I should be getting in. So when I started trying to be a bit more serious and putting the effort in, and yeah, luckily enough, Scotland took me in, and now I'm here. So yeah, I'm forever grateful that I did stick in and I did give it a go, and hopefully I keep on progressing and keep on improving.
How do you reflect back on the time at Queen of the South? Because you played alongside Stephen Dobby, who's an experienced player. He's played in the Premier League before. Was he a big help in your development, considering he was a forward thinking player as well?
Yeah, I mean, I love myself. I loved my time at Queen of the South. When I first came over, I didn't really expect to play much. Obviously, I was new to everything, and I was happy to try and learn and see what happens. But luckily enough, there was a spot playing left wing, and I kind of took that with both hands, and I played left wing for the full season, and then eventually moved more into that central role. And so yeah, I enjoyed every moment there. And obviously, when Dobes came in, we just had that link up straight away. Wasn't something that we worked on. I think the first game he played was Hibs away, I think, and we done really well. And he assisted me for my first Premier League goal. Um, but yeah, he was a good guy, and I think we both credited each other. And obviously, like you said, he's had a great career, and he's a good player, and I think it was good for me to play with someone like that, and it was good for him to play with me as well because I was kind of coming through, and we were both complementing each other at the time.
There were clubs interested in you, but in the end, you decide to join Livingston. Why did you choose Livingston in the end, and how do you reflect on your time there? Because it was very successful for you and the club.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there was talks of clubs being interested, and I spoke to a few people and my agent, etc. And I just went to Livingston and I met with David Martindale and the gaffer at the time, Gary Holt, and just straight away entering, I just kind of got that feeling, and everything the club they were talking about was the right for me, and I wanted to play football. I didn't want to go somewhere and not play football, and obviously I knew I had to work hard and learn a lot, and I just felt like Livingston was the perfect place for me. And sometimes you just kind of get that feeling, and you just have to go with it, and that's what I done. And in the end, it really paid off because, like you said, we had a great season. A lot of achievements we broke that season, personal and for the club, and it progressed me as a player. And now I'm here, and I'm only here because of Queen of the South and Livingston. And yeah, I owe a lot of credit to both the clubs and everyone at them.
Big performances at Livingston against the likes of Celtic. You were a handful for their centre backs that they've went on record as saying as well. You were then linked with international call-ups for both Australia and Scotland. In the end, you choose Scotland. How did you feel when you got that first call-up into the squad? Were you really excited, or was there a little bit of nervousness there as well for what was to be a big challenge?
Yeah, obviously I was nervous, but I was happy at the same point because I thought this is something that I wanted to do, and it was kind of mad thinking that I was really playing international football. Even sometimes I'm thinking about it now, and it's just mad to think that I've made caps for an international team, and yeah, it was amazing. Obviously, having the opportunity to play for both countries, and I ended up going with my heart and my gut with Scotland, and it paid off gratefully because I felt like since I've been there, I've fit straight in, and we were always on the rise, and obviously since I've come in, we've done really well, and we made obviously the Euros, which is massive for the country and massive for myself as well, and that was something that I wanted to do when I chose Scotland, and yeah, it's a full of emotions, and it will be really good hopefully, and when the fans get back in, because I think it will give it an even more awarding sensation because it was odd walking out for my first time with no fans, but on the other sense, it was really exciting and really nervous as well.
Talk me through the games against Israel and Serbia from your point of view, because Scotland last qualified for a major tournament in 1998. I was 3 years old, so I've never had the chance to remember it. So it's going to be a big moment for me as a fan this summer. Never mind for you guys, of course, as players. What were those games like? Because they were tense in their own right, but in the end, it was just incredible to watch, and the pride just went right through the nation.
Yeah, I mean, both games were obviously very intense because we had obviously everyone with the expectations that if we did lose, that we wouldn't have the opportunity to make the major tournament. So it was hard, but since I've been in there, I always said from the start that the squad that we have is absolutely amazing. And even when I went in there and just seeing the squad and seeing how good everyone is, I had that belief in myself and I had that belief in the team because, I mean, look what we've done and now where we are. But I mean, the Israel game, we played really well and we showed that what we were, and we fought all the way to the end. And then we got to the Serbia game, and even though it was nervous, I went into the game really confident. And for some reason, I just had that confidence that we weren't going to lose. And obviously at the end, it got a bit nervy when they scored that in the last couple of minutes. But I think it just showed how together we were and how much we wanted it for everyone in the nation and ourselves. Because to come back and obviously to have the heart and have the guts in the penalty shootout, and I mean the rest is history, some would say.
When you look at the photographs from that evening as fans, when we watch the Scotland national team play at the moment, there seems to be a real sense of togetherness within the group. That was shown, of course, in Serbia with David Marshall making those saves at the end and everyone going to him straight away. Who are the big characters within the national team setup? Because you've got a real mix of players that have won the Champions League, like Andy Robertson. You've got guys like yourself who are now making your way in a new league down south. Who are the big characters who get you going in the dressing room?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of kind of mixed groups, not groups, but there's mixed, obviously, personalities. And like you said, you've got Robbo, who's had an amazing career, and it's good to have kind of like him in there because it's not as much as people look up to him, but he gives us that role model kind of sense. And then there's big characters like John McGinn. Obviously, the character makes everyone laugh and just good to have around. And then there's other boys like like Marshall in the goals, who's kind of more. He's always there if you want to just speak to him. I mean, you could talk about everyone else, but I think like at the end of the day, it just comes down to like you said, the togetherness. I think anyone would go out there and fight for each other, and I would back any of one of them. If they wanted to go into war, I'd be right behind them, and I'd have anyone's back in the whole team, and I'm sure everyone would be the same. So I think since I've been in there, anyways, it's been a really good environment, and I think it shows on the pitch. And hopefully we keep that up because I've got a lot of confidence in the squad, and I think we can keep improving and keep showing everyone how good we are.
Similarly, with your club side in QPR, who are the big characters? You've recently signed Charlie Austin, who I imagine has been a big help to you as a striker because he's played in the Premier League, and I'm sure he reminds everyone that when he was at QPR the last time, I think it was 20 Premier League goals he got in the one season.
Yeah, no, I think obviously in the January we've got a lot of great players coming in, and it really helped the whole full squad. But a guy like Charlie Austin coming in helps everyone. Like you said, he's got great experience and he's had a great career with goals and just the whole game in general. He helps not let alone myself. He helps the whole team as defenders and midfielders with just advice and sometimes a bit of a bollocking when they need it. But yeah, I think we've got a really good mix at the moment, and you've got Steph. Steph has just come in on loan as well, and he's been really outstanding. He's captain of an international team, so we've got another really experienced player there, and I think we've got a really good mixture, and we've been a really good run lately, and I think we're just looking up. We're looking up at the table now, and yeah, we've got a good group of lads.
Last question I've got for you, Lyndon. It's been quite the journey, as you've said, from playing football for fun in Australia to come to Scotland, making that impact now down south with QPR, and of course being a big part of the Scotland national team. What are your hopes for the next year or so? Is it to stay fit, score goals, and get into that Euro squad? Because as you mentioned earlier when you talked about international football, it's a massive opportunity for yourself and every sort of Scottish player who's eligible for the national team.
Yeah, of course. Of course, I want to be involved in the squads for Scotland, and I want to have a great career with Scotland. I want to be an internationalist to the end of my career. I want to be recognised as some would say, great for Scotland. But I mean, it happens in club football. I've got to work hard. It isn't just going to come easily because, like you said, with the Euros coming up, there's a lot of Scottish players asking questions to try and get in the squad. So it's all down to yourself, and I believe in myself, and I know I can score goals, and I know I can help teams, and I can be what a manager wants. So I just got to keep improving, keep doing what I'm doing, and I can always get better. And hopefully we smash the Euros and we beat England as well.
Lyndon, thanks for your time, and as a Scot, bring on the Euros and bring on England as well.